And I'm going to read to you now just a short passage from the first day we arrived in Japan and when we arrived at the dojo. Arriving at Haneda Airport, Billy changed our money, the $50 we had left. Although crowded at midday, the silence in the airport enveloped me. It was the silence of not understanding any spoken word, the silence of not being able to read. He had the directions to the dojo and got us to the train, though I don't know how he confirmed it, but he said, "This is the one we take." If we had looked out the right side of the train, we would have seen Mount Fuji, if it had been a clear day. I don't remember the weather, but we didn't know to look anyway. We had been on the road an entire year, and by that time, we developed senses that told us when we were safe, when it was okay to close our eyes, when it was all right to sleep. There was no sense that could tell us if the water was safe to drink, and that stayed a concern of mine for quite a while. But now, exhausted and vaguely aware we didn't have to keep our eyes on our backpacks and our child, Billy and I fell in and out of sleep as the train sped us past Mount Fuji. We were met at the entrance of the dojo by a small man who said, "Call me Noda." Mousy, he looked even more mouse-like as he surveyed us with what seemed to be suspicion. And maybe he was suspicious. We were originally supposed to have arrived at the dojo a full year earlier. Billy had written and said he'd be accompanied by his wife and daughter, but this man Noda didn't appear to expect us. He clearly didn't expect me. By the end of the first week, my life had become a routine I never imagined possible. Regimented and scheduled from early morning until late at night, everything we did was planned. There was no time that could be called leisure. But I was fine with it. After having essentially a year of leisure as we traveled, I fell in line and did as the trainees did. Rising at 5:30 in the morning, I joined the others cleaning the dojo. Then it was meditation time. That was followed by jogging to a small waterfall. All day long, there were classes: yoga, judo, karate, aikido. From the beginning, it was clear I was expected to join in, to participate and become part of the group. When not scheduled to work in the kitchen with the other women, I was supposed to be in a class. Our daughter was supposed to be there right beside me. During our year of travel, no day was like the one that had preceded it. I seldom knew when or where we'd sleep, what we'd eat, who we might encounter. Now, with no expectations of what living in the dojo would be like, the prospect of an ordered life with parameters didn't seem particularly onerous. Our clothes, worn out from travel, were soon replaced by the unofficial dojo uniform, the blue training wear. And wearing what everyone else wore indicated we could be identified. We had our place in a group, in a country where nothing mattered more. Like an Orthodox religion with codes of eating and dress predetermined, everything was decided for us. It was easy. We left our lives as individuals at the entrance to the dojo, transformed on the spot without a word being spoken into the disciples of Master Jun Yoshida. We were taken under Yoshida Sensei's all-encompassing wing, a wing with an eagle's span. His philosophy of living and personal development covered all aspects of our daily lives. Absolute obedience was a given. Thank you.